So overdue for a new Masternode video, so I thought I would make a Masternode video to talk about Xios coin, Xios, however you say that, I don't know. Anyway, I want to make a review about this coin. This is a newer Masternode coin I'd acquired more recently, and it looked pretty interesting. Basically, it's meant to be one of those versatile, stealth coins, like, fast transaction time, some kind of like stealth coin mixing type ability or something like that, along with other stuff that's in development to be integrated into it, such as, end-to-end messaging, some kind of decentralized marketplace and other things. So anyway, I had stumbled across it, like a lot of other coins, especially the Masternode coins. As you can see, it saw a huge pump here where the price really went up, dipped, went kind of up and down, and then it's kind of just been all over the place there. So I bought it somewhere in the middle point, I think like around 40 cents or something like that, 40 or 50, somewhere around there about. And I went ahead and built myself a Masternode off of it. Now the coins had a lot of ups and downs hit there, and if you actually try to go to their main site right now, their main sites are down. But the reason why I wanted to review this coin is because despite the ups and downs, I think this coin is pretty promising still, in my opinion here. So I'm running where are the exact ups and downs and what's probably impacting the price. The fact is that with it being a newer coin, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. There's two things. The first thing is that the original dev, Rose something, like Butter Rose or something like that. Basically, first he said he was going to be MIA for a while, and then he just went completely MIA, and no one's heard from him. So there are other people, there's a few other people said they were going to take over, and they did, and started doing some stuff for Xios. And then it suffered further problems when there was some kind of fork in the chain. So I guess we actually have two chains going on at the same time right now, and that's causing network instability as well. So what happened is, that's not it. If you check out their Discord here, yeah, I'm in way too many. There's actually a new team of community devs that just took over, mainly relating to like this crypto unicorn, this Godfather guy here, and they basically just said, hey, look, we understand, they're just basically like, hey, look, we understand that, no one's heard from Butter Rose, we haven't heard from him, yeah, they say it right there, and that basically we as a team, we're going to take over current development of it, and we want to make this a community-driven, cryptocurrency here, and we really want feedback from the community. So, they went ahead and explained how, there's this problem with the network having two forks. They're thinking it could have been possibly due to a 51% attack, and they want to address this by doing a hard fork. And so the immediate things they would do is they want to hard fork the network to help stabilize it to everyone onto one chain, help prevent any future attacks on it. And then also are offering some ideas for development funding to, help fund any further development of the coin. And I think this is all pretty cool and straightforward there, I mean, they're being very honest about what it is exactly that they're looking for. Get this out of the way here. And if you look further down, they still gave further updates, like they have information about, how you can go ahead and update your wallet for now to at least get it working, both your wallet and your Masternode, to get them on the correct chain. And they actually opened up a topic called hard fork debate to kind of just get feedback from everybody about the hard fork, and what people want to do as far as like, funding, do you want to do, like they're asking, they basically gave everyone a few options, like, one, we'll do a pre-mine of 1.5%, it's going to be in some kind of, I forgot, like, secure, basically it's going to all be publicly available as to where the funds are sent. Option 2, they make a developer fund utilized off Masternode rewards and staking, or option 3, a combination of 1 and 2. Now what people actually suggested, like what I had been suggesting, and I think Crypto Unicorn and others were saying, well, how about we do a small pre-mine, but instead of using masternodes or staking, you just incorporate some kind of portion of the dash code to, just make it so a part of every block, like every block that's mined, like a small 5 or 10% goes into a development fund to fund this team of, volunteer developers. So as you can see, this topic goes on for a while. Here's the beginning of it last Tuesday. People have just been talking and talking and talking, throwing out their opinions about what idea, which options they support or what else they think might need to be done here. I actually got involved in the discussion myself more than once there, giving my opinion. You can see me there talking with a bunch of different people about what I think need to be done. My big thing is, fork the chain, maybe help. I mean, do the hard fork. And when I say hard fork, I don't mean they're not creating a new cryptocurrency. Basically, they're just going to force everyone onto one chain, so we're not running in two different networks at the same time. But, they're going to fork everyone over there. I said, yeah, go and do the hard fork, stabilize the network so we're not as vulnerable to like a 51% attack. And, also do some kind of development funding, so that way once the network's secure, running smoothly again, we can go ahead and focus on important things like developing some of the original features, for this here. Yeah, and here in their Bitcoin talk topic, they mentioned some of it, like how they have a large block size for fast transaction times, which is true. It has one of the faster transaction times for sending and receiving that I've seen, so that's nice, that they plan to implement like end-to-end messaging, they've stealth mixing, stealth addresses, and there's other things that are in development for it as well that, were abandoned by the original dev, but again, the new development team is going to go ahead and take over. And, as you can see, there's different people discussing stuff here. The main sites are down right now, but again, I suggest that more relates to the original developer. It sounds like the new ones are working to get them up and running. The original GitHub was taken down, but as you can see, they've created a new GitHub. Within the last 20 days or less, they've been posting new stuff in there. So this is one of those cryptocurrencies where I'm going to say the price is down. There's probably a little bit more risk getting involved in this because, again, the original dev did abandon the project and now there is a community takeover being done. But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing or anything because, there are certainly multiple cryptocurrencies that have done that. That's one of the beauties of open source, software and programming, is that if someone can't manage it, someone else can come in and kind of take over and finish where they left off. And, I think this could be successful. Like, we saw the same thing with Syncs, however many months ago, first got started with that. And, everyone said it was, doomed to failure, because the original dev had abandoned it and, whatever. And now this new team's taken over. They've been developing it, and it's skyrocketed all the way from what was it? Earlier in the year it was down to like 10 cents a coin, 13 cents or whatever. Now it's it's been averaging like 40 and 50 cents a coin. So it proves that a community takeover of a crypto is entirely feasible. As long as I feel like a lot of these people in this volunteer team, are honest. And the thing is too, as long as you have a good team, you don't need to worry about having a full team, like a full group of developers. As long as you have one or two, they can find other developers to help them out. You know what I mean? So overall, I remain optimistic about this coin. I have my coins. I have a Masternode that I'm running. I'm getting decent little payouts from it so far, so I'm going to go and hold on to it and keep seeing where things go. So again, I consider this a little bit more high risk than some of the other coins I've looked at, and I'm going to be straightforward with that. But the coin has an active community. It's kind of on the low side with the volume there, but overall it has pretty decent volume most days. The devs have been working to offer temporary workarounds for the chain, being forked into two chains here, there, and they're working on a permanent fix here. So overall, I think everything's moving in the right direction. So I'm personally going to stick with this. I highly suggest that you take a look, check it out, and think about possibly, getting yourself there. It's 5,000 coins for a Masternode, so it's real cheap, and setup for it's pretty straightforward there. And if you have any thoughts, questions, or anything like that, please feel free to let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.